Hi, welcome to HomeKit Authority, and my name is John. Now this video is all about my top 7 HomeKit products of 2021. And when I've been going through and how to pick these and what to include in this video, I've used 3 key principles. First of all is ease of use. How easy is the device to use and set up? Secondly, is it something that really benefits my HomeKit home, or is it simply just a gadget that I have in the house but don't necessarily need? And finally, how privacy focused is this product? Now I want to be clear on something: no brand or manufacturer has paid to have their product in this video, nor has anyone sponsored this video in order to get their product in. Now in some cases, the products featured in this video have been supplied by the manufacturers for reviews previously, and also to further reinforce the message that actually this is genuinely my top HomeKit products of 2021, I'm including no affiliate links in the description below. Now for those of you that don't know what that means, content creators like this channel often include affiliate links when they talk about a product. And that's a way to support the channel. So if you click on that link, then when you go to the website and you choose to make a purchase, then we earn a commission at no extra cost to you. But you can help this channel out. Plenty of other videos, and if you want to check them out, it'd be greatly appreciated, as it really helps us grow this channel. And if you're new around here and you're not already a subscriber, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the bell button. You can also go one bit further and check us out on our social media channels at Follow HomeKit, where I'm constantly pushing out relevant information about HomeKit, the latest news and information, and also check us out on Instagram, where I put a lot of behind the scenes photos. So with all that out of the way, let's get into my top 7 HomeKit products of 2021. Now starting with my first one, which is the HomePod Mini. Now technically the HomePod Mini came out in 2020, however throughout 2021 this is one device that I use quite often. In fact, over the course of the year, I bought more for the rest of my house. So I've got HomePod Minis in the dining and kitchen. I've also got them in all of the bedrooms and in my daughter's dressing room. Now, over the last year, Apple have also improved this device. So when it first came out, it came with intercom, it came with music handover and content handover, and also you're able to stereo pair. But since iOS 15, you are now able to stereo pair and use it as default audio device with an Apple TV, just like you could with the original HomePods. Not only that, Apple have also brought out some new colours. So if the space grey and white wasn't for you, then the yellow, orange and blue may be a great option. Additionally, I've been using this device around the house. I use it often for Siri to control accessories, turn things on and off, and even activate scenes. I also use it to locate my iPhone, or I use it more often to locate my wallet using an AirTag by simply asking Siri where my wallet is, and it'll play a sound on the AirTag. I also like the fact the HomePod Mini is great for just listening to music. And if you want to actually spread the music around your home and you've got multiple HomePod Minis, you also can sync the music. So the music or content, whatever you're playing, is also spread across the home. But it doesn't stop there with the HomePod Mini. The biggest feature for me is Thread support. The HomePod Mini, when it was released, could act as a Thread border router. And at the beginning, there wasn't many Thread devices, but manufacturers such as Eve and Nanoleaf have started to come out with more and more devices. And Thread for me has been a real improvement to my HomeKit home. Not only is it stable and my devices are online more often than they're offline, as I found with Bluetooth devices, they also are able to be in places where I've never been able to have them before. So for instance, I've got the Eve Weather, and that's the bottom of my garden. And this is all thanks to Thread. It gives it a great experience and a great range. And next up is another product from Apple, and it's the Apple TV. Now I've used this product in 2021 extensively. I use it to consume a lot of content, and it's not necessarily Apple TV content. It's things like Netflix, Amazon, Plex, and various different other streaming services. I'm actually using the Apple TV a lot more when I go into my living room to chill out. This is my default way of consuming content. Now when it comes to HomeKit, it's also useful there. The latest version, the Apple TV 4K, also acts as a Thread border router. It also allows you to interact with your HomeKit cameras. So you've got this nice grid where you can view all of your cameras, and you also can interact with them by going into more a detailed look, and even interact with the accessories in that particular room. You also get camera notifications. Previously it was only available for doorbells, but now all HomeKit cameras can have motion detection activated. So if you're watching stuff through your Apple TV, then if something sets off the motion sensor with the camera, you get a notification. You can jump right in to find out what it is. You also get notifications through the Apple TV for security devices such as locks. All these things are really useful within HomeKit. And actually, I use them quite a lot. Now, my next pick of 2021 comes from Eve Home. They produce some really nice products. And in this case, it's the Eve Energy. Now, you're probably thinking a smart plug has actually got into your top 7, but let me explain why. It's not just a smart plug. It's got various different benefits that come with it. First thing, it's tightly integrated into the Eve app. So you can do advanced automation, scene controls, and various different things you can't do directly within the Home app. The other thing about the Eve Energy is it's got energy monitoring. So you can monitor energy of the device that's plugged in and keep tabs of what's going on and how much you're spending on that particular device. So if you are using it with a power-hungry device, you can see how much energy it's actually using. I use the Eve Energy with a dumb air purifier from Ikea, and it's enabled through an automation to trigger via the Eve Room when the room conditions drop below an unacceptable level that I've set within the automation. But the real benefit is thread support. It can act as a thread router. And let me just be clear on something. It's not the same as a thread border router like the HomePod Mini or the Apple TV 4K. It can act as a thread router. And what that means is when this device is plugged in, it helps expand the Thread HomeKit network. So devices which are classed as endpoint devices, such as, for instance, the Eve Weather, which I've got in my garden, or the Eve Aqua, it helps extend the range and helps to reach those devices. Now, the Eve Aqua, I've never really had an issue with Bluetooth connection before, but where I've really benefited from is being able to place the Eve Weather right at the bottom of my garden, and it has no issue with connection or stability. It's always online. And this is down to the fact that I've got an Eve Energy as well as a number of HomePod minis throughout my home, which help extend the Thread network. But not only that, Eve have also built in some Thread network monitoring into their app. So by introducing an Eve Energy into your network, you also get access to loads of other data on these Thread devices, how devices are routed, the connection stability, how good the connection is, and all sorts of useful information. The next one up is the Tedee, whatever it's called, the Tedee Smart Lock. Now, this is a smart lock which I've been using for about 6 months now that works with HomeKit. Now, it's designed to work with Euro-style locks, so it's predominantly for the UK Euro market, but it's a smart lock that I think works really well. Now, I've used the Linus before and I've done a review on that, and I'm not saying the lock works any better. The reason I like the Tedee Smart Lock is because of its size. It really does not take up much real estate on the door. It's no bigger than, say, a thumb turn that you might find on some locks. And not only that, the stability of the Bluetooth connection has been rock solid. I've never had any issues whatsoever if I've needed to open the lock or delays or it not showing any response. You also can simply press the lock and it opens and closes, and it all just works really well. The app is very simple, very easy to use, and everything just works within HomeKit. This is one of those devices that I what call set and forget. I've installed it, I've set it up in an automation, it's all set up, and now I can forget about it. It just does what it's meant to do. The only time I ever notice this lock is when I'm leaving the house and I might glance at it. But other than that, it's a device that really adds value to my HomeKit home. Now, next up is Nanoleaf. Now, this is the Nanoleaf Element, and I want to be honest with this. When these first got announced and I first saw them, I really was not impressed. I thought, what a gimmicky product. Are people really going to buy that? Now, Nanoleaf did send me some for review, and I've done a review of them, and there is a link coming above somewhere now. And when I've gone through a review, I've actually really liked them. And not only do they look really good when they're on, and they've got various different patterns that you can set through the app and download and, use them with music. But when they're off, they also look really good as well. I don't think they look cheap. They really complement the right type of room, and I've used them in my dining room and they really blend in really well. Now, the other good thing about these is thread support, and recently they've updated them to include thread border router support, so they work more or less the same as a HomePod Mini or the Apple TV 4K. However, at the moment, they've not fully opened it up so it supports all devices. Currently only supports Nanoleaf Essentials range, but essentially these can expand your HomeKit network. And when they finally do open up the full APIs, they can also act as a full border router. And if your HomePod mini or Apple TV is offline, or you choose not to have one, then this will create a thread network within HomeKit. These devices from Nanoleaf are really good lighting products. They're certainly not the cheapest products out there, but because of the Nanoleaf design and build quality, along with the app where you can download various different scenes, and these are also transferred over to HomeKit, I think Nanoleaf makes some great lighting products. Next up is the Ikea air purifier, which has recently come out. Now, I've been using this for the last few months, and I've done again another hands-on video, which is coming above now. And this is one of those products that I've put in my HomeKit home. It was easy to set up, it was easy to get started, and I've just set it and forgot about it. It just does what it's meant to do. If you set it to auto, the air purifier will simply react to the air conditions within your home. So if I'm cooking, for instance, in my kitchen, and the air quality starts to drop, the air purifier will turn on, and it will actually turn on to the right setting in order to clear the room. And one of the things I've noticed with it, as the air quality improves, it starts to turn down the settings. So it starts to slow down the fan, and it gets slower and slower until the air quality is improved. And this is a great feature, and I think, it's great that Ikea are coming out with these types of products. Now, you can get it in the table version, which I've got it in, and also the standalone version. So depending on what you want it for and where you want to put it, then you've got various different options. I also think the price is pretty good, but particularly the filters. The filters are very reasonably priced for this type of product. And it all works well within HomeKit. Everything's exposed, and if I'm being honest, I've not actually used any automations within HomeKit. I've just set it to auto, and it just does what it needs to do. Now, last on my list, and certainly not least, is the Logitech Circle View doorbell. Now, it's not out in the UK at the moment, it's only out in the US, but I got my hands on one at the start of 2021, and I've been using it ever since. Now, there will be a full review come out when I get round to finishing that off, and this doorbell replaced the Netatmo. Now, that's not me saying the Netatmo is any worse, and I'm certainly not saying it's any better. Both of them have got unique qualities which make both of them more attractive than the other, but the Logitech Circle View worked better for me, and simply down to the fact of HomeKit Secure Video. This just works within HomeKit. There's no third-party app. So as I've already said at the beginning of the video, one of my principles of making this video was around privacy. There's no data collected whatsoever. Everything is stored within iCloud, and all my data is kept within my HomeKit network. All the updates are done directly through HomeKit, and it all is just contained within there. It works with HomePods to do doorbell chimes, so I don't need to mess around with anything else. I also like the fact that the night vision on this device is pretty good. When someone's at the door, it's pretty clear to be able to get an overview of who's there. And also, if someone presses the doorbell and you're not in, or you're not available to answer the door, using HomeKit to be able to talk to them is also been useful. So overall, I'm really impressed with the Logitech Circle View doorbell, something that I've been using throughout the year. This is one of the devices that I would certainly recommend to anybody looking for a HomeKit doorbell, and the fact that it works exclusively with HomeKit ensures that your privacy is protected the best way it can be. So that's my genuine top 7 HomeKit products of 2021. You've got the HomePod or the Apple TV, which you can use to consume content, but also you can use it within your HomeKit setup depending on what you need it for. Then you've got the Eve Energy, which is a great device not only for using it with dumb devices such as an air purifier that's not exposed to HomeKit, but it's also got thread capabilities which help expand the network. But one of the other things, it's also privacy focused, so it doesn't collect any data or send it anywhere else. And then you've got the Tedee Smart Lock, which is a really solid smart lock. It's really compact and it works really well. And also the Nanoleaf Elements. These are a really good device. Don't look cheap, and also expand your thread network through being a thread border router. Then the Ikea air purifier is a device that you can just set and forget. It simply works. You put it in your home, set it up, and you just leave it, and it just works really well, and it's reasonably priced. And then finally, you've got the Logitech Circle View doorbell. This for me is a solid HomeKit secure video doorbell with great night vision and great capabilities. So guys, that's the end of this video. Hopefully you found it useful, and if you have, don't forget, appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out our social media channels at Follow HomeKit. Thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon.